Hello and welcome to another presentation by today's. If India and Pakistan have been unable to resume some form of dialogue in the 10 years since the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, it is not for the want of trying. The two sides have gone through the whole game of one step forward and two steps back routine time and time again. Every year, something develops and then something mars the development. Indian leaders have made the concessions on key issues such as Balochistan and undertaking surprise visits to Pakistan to get the ball rolling. The national security advisors of the two sides have held secret meetings to help ease the tension that is prevalent on the line of control every single day. But the two sides have never come to grips with the main issue that has bedeviled the bilateral relationship. India has consistently maintained that talks and terror cannot go together. It is a stand that isn't surprising given the global clamor for Pakistan to do more to tackle terrorism emanating from its soil. Many in Pakistan are still reluctant to acknowledge how much of a game changer the terrorist assault of Mumbai was. And for the millions of Indians, there is no sense of closure as Pakistan seems to be still in a state of denial and still seems to be dragging its feet on prosecuting those who have been held responsible for the attacks by numerous inquiries, numerous investigations, the particular attack that killed as many as 166 people. For Pakistan, Kashmir remains the core issue to be addressed through any talks, and not terrorism. And a worsening of the situation in the Indian state in the past few years appears to have only hardened the stance of the Pakistani leadership on the issue. There are many anti-India establishment parties and factions within India acting as if they are activists fueling the whole issue. There are numerous talkers, but there are very few action takers. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was targeted by the military for opposing its stranglehold on the foreign policy by extending a hand of friendship to India. This resulted in him being ousted from political life altogether. There are many in India who believe Mr. Sharif's successor Imran Khan is in power today largely because he has the blessings of the military establishment and will thus toe the army's line on all matters related to India. Till such time as army keeps deciding the foreign policy, there is no way forward for Pakistan to talk to India. And as India pursues plan to consolidate its position in Asia, there is an inevitable feeling that Islamabad no longer figures on Delhi's, at least not for the foreseeable future. Mr. Khan has already gone on record as saying that talks may be possible only after India's general elections in 2019. He believes that pro-Pakistan government by Congress will come to the center. However, Mr. Khan needs to keep in mind the fact that any dispensation in New Delhi will be reluctant to engage with Islamabad as long as number of his cabinet openly share the stage at public events with Lashkar-e-Taiba founder Hafiz Saeed. On one hand, Imran's team members are hobnobbing with Hafiz Saeed. There is no chance that a BJP-led government is going to give any concessions. Congress-led government might. The two sides have put in place a format for talks that is insulated from interruptions and focuses on low-hanging fruits while chipping away from more contentious issues. The bottom line remains, in order for the talks to go forward, there are two or three different scenarios. One, Pakistan actually does take action against terrorists that are being trained in Pakistan and are active in India. That is a scenario that's likely not to happen. There is a large movement on behalf of both China and US consolidated to bring the two parties together to the table. Neither China nor USA is interested, because they are both interested in selling arms to Pakistan and India respectively. And the third scenario is, if Modi somehow or the other loses this next upcoming election and is removed from the post of prime ministership, then the Congress party, which is basically a very pro-Pakistan party with leading leaders like Manishankar Iyer and Navjot Singh Sidhu, being softer on Pakistan and terrorism than they are on Hindus and BJP. With a party like Congress at the helm, Pakistan will definitely find more friends in the power corridor in India than enemies. The social activists who are totally pro-Pakistan, who are the Tukre Tukre crowd, as the BJP faction names them, the Tukre Tukre crowd will find great ally in the next prime minister if the prime minister happens to be someone like Rahul Gandhi. So at that point of time, for Pakistan to come to a favorable compromise or a favorable relations with India, Kashmir, that is a possibility that is quite much in the purview. So that's the reason why Imran Khan thinks that after 2019, the chances of having a conversation with India is high. But what he forgets is what happens if Modi comes back to power. There will be no change in the Indian attitude if Modi comes back to power. Pakistan will have to bow to at least the fact that it has to stop terrorism, sponsoring terrorism in Kashmir. And that is a scenario that is beyond Imran Khan's purview. That is something the army of Pakistan control. And therefore, in the foreseeable future, there is no way forward for India and Pakistan to have a large-ranging talk. But talks on trade, talks on key issues, that is quite a possibility. So it is these low-hanging fruit, as I said, these are the talks that need to be undertaken time and time again. Because chipping away at smaller things might in the end make a realization for Pakistan that being India's friend is a better proposition for them than to be an enemy, because being an enemy of India in the last 70 years, the only thing that has really happened to Pakistan is a complete and utter failure of their economy and a bankruptcy looming large over their head. So, if you ask my opinion, there is a distinct chance that there will be a conversation post 2019 election, whether it is Modi, whether it is Rahul. If Modi is there, the conversations are going to be on smaller issues. Conversations are going to be for Pakistan under pressure. If Congress comes back to power, Pakistan will be more belligerent in their approach, and they will have a more amiable partner sitting at the center in India, listening to their demands. We'll keep you updated as things progress, and we'll keep a sharp focus on Indo-Pak relationship in days to come. I'm Anupam Sinha, and you're watching your favorite channel, Today's. Thank you.